right.
Caramba, eu não tinha feito isso daqui. Caramba, eu não tinha feito isso daqui. Caramba, eu não tinha feito isso daqui.
Me too. But we're here now. Safe.
This isn't the first time you've helped us. Saved our lives, really. What are you...
Estranho, geral que eu tinha salvado o jogo. Aí eu vim aqui, castei a magia e devo ter quitado nisso. Estranho ter salvo. Eles falharam nesse teste, então nem sei se tem como encontrar isso aqui mais.
Go ahead. I'm...
Beholders and bandits, but never darkness itself. I dare say we could part all the seas of Tyrell if we so wished.
I'll just... So, the army's gone. Next stop, Baldur's Gate.
Speak your mind. I'm listening.
What do you know about me? You spoke of my past, being chased by wolves. I told no one about that. Almost no one. But I certainly didn't share that with you.
There is nothing I can tell you that you do not already know yourself. They trained you well, trained you hard. Chiseled away any part of you that did not fit their plan. They made you forget.
I chose to do that. For the mission to protect Shaz.
Secrets. Yes, yes, that is an old song, girl. Your goddess cares more for her precious secrets than she does her devotees.
Get to the point.
When you freed me, you severed a bond between me and that dog, Thorm. A bond of pain. His, inflicted on me. When I laid eyes on you, I sensed a similar bond. You, tethered to two others. Someplace distant. Let me help you remember.
You feel Shadowheart's mind tug at the edges of your own. You know this sensation. She wants you to see whatever is about to be revealed. Your mind joins with Shadowheart's. Something pulls at you both, bringing you elsewhere. That it is a common right among Seluna's followers to send their children off into the woods to find their way home. Perhaps this time it had gone awry. It seems that one child never came back. She was taken.
What? Who was that man?
You already know. Did you not see yourself in him? Do you not recognize your own blood?
My father. That was him.
That is him. He lives still. And your mother, too.
No. It can't be. I'm an orphan.
And who told you that? Your adoptive family? You are not to blame. You were young, impressionable. They took you because they wanted to break and remake you. But you are a child no longer. You are a woman. One who knows what must be done.
My parents. I need to save them.
I don't know.
Your parents both followed the Moon Maiden. I could sense their faith, even in a brief glimpse of the past.
It is a tragedy that the Moon Maiden's right was perverted by Shah. Your future was stolen from you.
Your parents are with your abductors. You will need to return to their lair. But be warned. You may have once thought of them as comrades, mentors, friends, even lovers. They will all be enemies now. You have been forewarned for what is to come, but not yet forearmed.
The spear. How do you have it? I threw it into the Shadowfell.
Shar is quick to discard whatever she has no use for. I think you know that well enough. But I felt it call to me as I took flight. Whatever Shar calls her own, Selûne has equal claim to. They are one and the same. Their power is matched and mirrored. Take it. You will find it useful. What you do with it, that will be up to you. Same as before.
I'll need every advantage, it seems. Thank you.
A debt repaid. You returned my life unto me. Now go and claim your own.
It hurts.
Shah torments you still. What a spiteful creature she is. This will not stop until you take action. See that your parents' sacrifices are not in vain. Allow the Moon Maiden to guide you at last. Begone, friend. I have a darling to adore.
Over there.
Your path leads away from me, I sense. Be safe. Perhaps one day you will see the fruits that your victory has sown here.
Shadowheart was no true child of Shah, merely a captive. She must have her vengeance.
Pity we're just talking.
At least Shadowheart is armed with the truth now. May its keen edge draw forth whatever vengeance she desires.
I wasn't expecting it, but I'm glad to have some company on this journey. Fine. What's on your mind? How are you holding up? Don't be so modest. I can't remember the last time I met someone like you.
Poor Shadowheart. She's been jerked around so much. I want to believe the gods keep this world balanced, but sometimes I wonder.
Taken from the light to be raised in darkness. Your truth is finally dawning, Shadowheart. You can follow its light, or you can retreat back into dusk. The truth is finally dawning. Shadowheart can follow its light, or she can retreat back into dusk.
Interesting.
I would not linger in this land over long. But whatever your business, I will aid you if I can.
I guess I can take...
I've been lied to. My whole life. And I was gullible enough to just believe it. My parents are alive, and I have to save them. I think a part of me always knew that. A part that Shah denied to me. Indeed. But the truth may yet prove painful. Who knows what Shah still keeps from me? We'd better press on for now, and hope we're ready when the moment comes. But before that, there's one thing I need to see to. You'll see for yourself soon enough. Just leave it with me. Fine. What's on your mind? How are you holding up?
The dog wags his tail, a small bag clenched between his teeth. He gives in and surrenders his find to you.
Hey, soldier.
Be gone, friend. I have a darling to adore.
Speak your...
The curse has been lifted. The land's cleansed of the shadows. Kethric's reign of living death is over. Your courage has been tested, and in this at least, you have triumphed.
Sergeant, if you are here, I presume Wern's Rock is secure, and preparations for my inauguration are complete.
No, Lord Gortash. We were interrupted. Another quake in the lower city. More severe this time.
So you came cowering to my chambers? I'm flattered, Sergeant. But even I cannot command natural phenomena to cease.
Forgive me, my lord, but there is panic in the streets. The people are afraid.
Perhaps the people would be calm if you kept your nerve. I expect better from the Flaming Fist than to run scared from a slight tremor in the earth. Get back to your duties.
Duties, duties, duties. Patrolling and saluting and following and bowing and scraping. Yes, sir. No, sir. Rip and cut your throat, sir.
Your plan is falling apart, lordling. Give me a reason not to cut you to ribbons.
Control yourself, Orin. We need to focus on reuniting the stones or the brain will break free. These quakes are just the start. Neither of us expected the prison bearers to kill Ketheric. They'll be traveling to the city. Let's make sure we give them a Baldurian welcome.
I itch to peel you, to split your skin, to see your skull shine in the light. Little tyrant.
Lucky for you, I harvested a whole family of living flesh in Rivington at high sun. They will sate my blade thirst tonight. Oh, but tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, my blades will thirst again.
This should do nicely for a camp.
Beyond the campsite, the city waits in uneasy silence, one sleep away.
Over here. A little small talk.
Shadowheart has found a little bit of herself again. Selûne cannot take all of the credit. She may have lit the way, but it is the cleric who took the step. That speaks well of your taste. I've heard my share of bad ballads about things I never did. If you have questions, ask. Just don't expect my answers to rhyme. More than I would like. In my youth, I was a brief and very much unwilling member of a colony's hive mind. I felt the way they think, saw the world as they do. Foul, unnatural creatures who find the foulness in us and twist it to their will. But then, who am I speaking to? You have far more experience than I.
Fala, bot, bom. Isso aí a live agora há pouquinho mesmo.
Do not be moved to pity. It is a predator pinned in a trap. And if it wriggles free, you'll find it still has teeth. Ask it. It was Baal alone we faced in our time. And bad as that was, he had no elder brain for a lapdog then. Help won't come from the history books, or from any old tales I can spin you. This is your story to write. There. Have I fulfilled my role as your wise and wizened elder? I've Past enough years that counting them is a waste of what remains. Which is to say, yes, I am that old.
I wasn't expecting it, but I'm glad to have some company on this journey. Fine. What's on your mind? How are you holding up?
É o mesmo diálogo.
Don't be...
How can I assist?
At last.
What's on your mind?
Painful truths have been thrust upon Shadowheart. I believe she is strong enough to endure, but her path will be easier with our support.
What's on your mind?
A quick rummage.
Caramba, que mapa enorme, velho. Não tem nada aqui.
Fate spins along as it should. Dost thou require a new ally?
Begone, friend. I have a darling to adore.
The events of the last days weigh heavily upon you. Sleep's rest is slow to come to one whose mind is so full. The Absolute is not a god, but an elder brain controlled by the chosen of the Dead Three. They mean to use it to take control of the Sword Coast. All who carry the tadpole are governed by the brain, and by extension the chosen. It will take but one order to transform them into an army of mind flayers. This would have been your fate too, were it not for the Dream Visitor's protection. With her help, you have uncovered the cult for what it really is. A plan of conquest orchestrated by the gods of death themselves. Together, you have the power to thwart the Dead Three. If you follow this path to its end, the Elder Brain will not answer to the Chosen. It will answer to you. You know servitude better than anyone. You have been denied freedom for nearly 2 centuries, and are denied it still. You are hungry. Beyond blood, beyond lust, beyond your unliving life itself. Will you liberate the true souls from their parasites and their religious delusions? Or will you use the power you gain for your own purposes? Your blood swims hot at the very prospect. You will not have long to wait. All you need to do now is sleep. But sleep is not for you.
The reckoning is upon us! The city thirsts for domination. March!
need your help.
Do nada. Esses aqui são os Gitiank. Não, não são? Ou será que são? Ah, são, mano. Gitiank. Tem que fugir pelo portal. Eu consigo chegar lá em um turno, eu acho. Ai, fuja pelo portal. Resolvi isso. Ah, que merda.
That thing's not going to hold together much longer. I'm here. Help me. I'm under attack. Hurry. I can't hold them back alone. No time to dally.
Tá sem dano e queda. É, pô, o Ladino tem... O da Caos que eu peguei ainda, né? Duas ações bônus. Fica invisível. Então, muito por conta da classe minha. Foi fácil escapar.
It's not over. Come to the skull.
Estamos destruindo aqui.
Taking position.
Por que tá com desvantagem? Cegueira. Ah, tá.
It's not over. Come to the skull. I need you now.
What now?
Estranho isso aqui, hein? Tá muito estranho isso. Tem um monte de cérebro aqui, ó. Devorador de intelecto.
Come to the skull.
Só isso aqui já suspeito.
Help me.
What's this?
It's not over. Come to the skull.
E quem tá pedindo ajuda é aquela moça dos sonhos.
Please, help me.
Ah, o que eu tô vendo aqui é um monte de loot, é isso que eu tô vendo.
Before you do anything, I am your ally. We are in danger.
Geek abomination. By the one true sky. What is this madness?
The Githyanki is the source of our protection against the Absolute. I must subdue him, or everything we've worked towards is lost. Don't let my form deceive you. I am the one that's been protecting you. I am the one that came to you in your dreams. Help me.
Ih, mano. Ih, mano. Ih. O cara metendo o catfish ali. Mandando. É umas paradas estranhas, muito estranhas esse jogo aqui. Aí chega aqui, é o cara com o tentáculo.
The Honor Guard. Eliminate them. My forces are weakened by their assault. But with your help, we can turn this around. Destroy the Guard. I will subdue their master.
Despite your best attempts to be subtle, the Mind Flayer's awareness is everywhere. You blunder thunder in its presence, like a warg pup learning to walk.
You must be joking. I am telling you my thoughts directly into your head. But if you insist on taking a look for yourself, be my guest.
Nothing in your colorful existence to date could have prepared you for this. As the horror subsides, you are left with only one coherent thought. You must do whatever you can to subdue the Githyanki.
Happy? Now, join me. Fight!
Aid an illicit against Githyanki. We cannot. We must not!
Your blind loyalty will be your undoing, Leio. Fight with me, for your own survival. Together, we can turn the tide.
Pois é. Aparentemente convenceu o Astarion, então bora, né? Esses bichos aqui batem forte. Tem como controlar, não dá pra fazer nada. Cara, esses bichos aqui é forte demais. Bora.
There's blood in the air. Excellent.
Isso, o maluco meteu um Kamehameha ali. Aproveitar o atordoamento. Quanto de dano será que dá? Ah, ganhei uma conquista. Que morre no próximo turno. Esse aqui eu tenho que matar ele. Não dá pra eu tancar ele não. Só recuar. Nossa. Coisa que é forte, hein? Que é uma boa.
Lance board is set. as mortals be.
O maluco voa pelo meu raio e ainda reclama que tomou dano. Vai entender, né?
Taste my fury.
Got to concentrate.
Time to strike.
One can't always be a gentleman. Most excellent.
I need to stay focused.
Thank you. That was too close. Don't look at me like that. I am a mind flayer. Yes. Without me, you would be a slave to the Absolute.
It's obscene to owe my life to a damned geich. No more lies, no more tricks. I will have answers!
I suppose it was considerate of you not to bring it up before. And I ask that you do not judge me for it now. I was someone once. Someone just like you. An adventurer. I came from Baldur's Gate, though I was never one to be constrained by circumstance. I longed for more. That longing brought me to Moonrise Towers on a search for treasure. To a colony of mind flayers who caught me, changed me into what I am now. For years, I served the Elder Brain, the one you know as the Absolute. I was a thrall like any other, but I was fortunate. I broke free and started a new life in my old city. I sustained myself on criminals. Unglamorous, but there are plenty of them, rarely missed. And they fueled me while I did my work. I had the good fortune to meet Duke Stillmain. We formed a partnership, and through her, I became the governing force behind the Knights of the Shield, the largest mercantile operation in Baldur's Gate. People referred to me as the Emperor. Such was my influence. Though of course they had no idea what I really was. My needs were sated. I was happy for a while. Until my true nature was discovered by the tyrant himself, Lord Gortash. He tore me from my home and brought me back to the brain, where I became a slave once again. A slave he continued to call the Emperor. The name was intended as a slight, to remind me of the heights from which I fell. But I have grown fond of it. It encapsulates well who I've become. Indeed. His hubris knows no bounds. To enslave me, that was his nature. But to enslave an Elder Brain, a questionable decision. I shall look forward to sharing his downfall with you. Rather than potential future allies, like you. Gortash sent me on a mission to retrieve the Astral Prism. I was one of many, but the first to find it. How Gortash or the other Chosen learned of its existence, I do not know. The moment I found it, I felt a change. My free will returning. I followed the feeling inside, and found the Githyanki. I realized what the prism was for. Containment. While my body was within the prism's bounds, my mind was free. I could resist the Elder Brain, the Chosen. Better yet, I could plan to overthrow them. All I needed to do was subdue the Githyanki, and find allies in the outer world. You. Prince Orpheus, son of the first leader of the Githyanki.
Orpheus? Impossible. He was slain by Justil Kithrak himself.
Quite possible, I assure you. His power has been the source of your continued protection against the voice of the Absolute. The power to disrupt hive mind communication. It is the same power that enabled Orpheus's mother to bring about the fall of the Elithid Empire eons ago. A power she passed on to him, and that I leveraged for you. When Orpheus's mother left, a usurper took her place. Vlaakith declared herself queen of the Githyanki. Vlaakith wanted his power, but Orpheus rose against her, and so she sealed him and his honor guard within this prism. Bound by infernal chains, Orpheus could never leave. Bound by duty, his guard never would. They were close to breaking my hold on that prince. And if they had succeeded, we would be lost. I am relieved. You have embraced your potential enough that you could help me eliminate them. Alone, Orpheus will be much easier to control.
Control him? Bah! The traitor must be ripped apart, brain to belly.
There may come a time when that is necessary. But there is no guarantee that his power would survive his passing. The risk is too great. I do not have the privilege of knowing the answer, but the consequences are clear enough. Some Githyanki still revere him in defiance of their teachings. Blackith was safe as long as they believed him to be dead. But as you can see, he is very much alive. She kept him this way because she was reluctant to eradicate such power. Power that she might one day wish to take from him. If the Githyanki ever find out what she has done, there will be civil war. Blackith will be finished.
Vlaakith is eternal. My people would not be swayed by this false prince.
The moment he is free, he will attack you. Your only defense would be to kill him, and in so doing, he would doom us both.
Even though he is subdued, you feel Orpheus's revulsion, a pulsing hatred that cannot be contained. The Emperor is telling the truth. To him, you are just another wretched illithid.
You carry a tadpole. As far as Orpheus is concerned, you are already a Lithid, a sworn enemy, just like me. I appreciate that, but this is what I am. My original body was destroyed when I transformed. When I first escaped the Elder Brain, I searched for a new vessel. But the longer I inhabited this one, the more it grew on me. I realized that returning to my former self would only impose limitations. Any advantage I could gain by restoring my original appearance, I already had to hand in the form of magic, and that humanoid shape you've come to know. As an Illithid, I have far surpassed who I ever was before. You, too, should embrace this change. I believe we'll have a better chance of defeating the Elder Brain if you embrace your latent Illithid potential. I've been studying you for a while now. I believe I can trigger the next stage of your tadpole's life cycle, while continuing to preserve your independence. You have seen what I can do. Imagine yourself with the same strength, the same intelligence, the same devastating beauty. If you let me, I can evolve you. You will be able to do things you never thought were possible. There will be physical alterations, of course, but only partial. You will retain most of your current form, and you will soon see that the benefits outweigh any perceived loss. The answer is twofold. One, I can, but it would kill you, as I told you before. Two, why would I? You have done well with the limited form you have, but you would do far better as an Illithid. So, do you wish to evolve or not? I understand. Let us hope then that your present self will be sufficient to deal with 3 gods of death and a giant magically enhanced Elder Brain. But in case you change your mind... Look after it. Use it when you're ready to evolve. You or your allies. It has vitality enough for you all. But we mustn't lose focus. We need to resume our journey. You heard the Chosen. The Brain has gone to the city, and the army marches to follow. We must not let them reach it. We must find the Brain, and bring it under our control.
if I must.
There is nothing further I can do for you right now. Consider using my gift.
The orb hums with cerebral magic, permeable, but impenetrable. Within it, the Githyanki prince is as silent as a corpse, but for the murmur of his powers being siphoned away. The orb hums with cerebral magic, permeable, but impenetrable. Within it, the Githyanki prince is as silent as a corpse, but for the murmur of his powers being siphoned away.
My faith will guide me.
Hatched up. Pushing on.
I wonder. What have we here? What's in here?
Aquele outro Githyanki lá do Cavaleiro do Dragão, né? Possivelmente ele segue esse príncipe aí. Peraí, eu consigo quebrar isso. Vamos ver o que acontece. Salvei aqui.
The rock resists all attempts to shatter it. The rock resists all attempts to shatter it. The orb hums with cerebral magic, permeable, impenetrable.
The rock
Within it,
resists
the
all
Githyanki
attempts to
prince is
shatter
as
it.
silent as a corpse, but for the murmur of his powers being siphoned away.
Someone there?
I'm so tired. How do people do this all day? Hello, lover. One step at a time.
Orpheus, Gith's only son. He lives. The tainted blood of the mother. The traitor prince. The Laxarai. He sought Vlakith's head in a Geich ploy for her throne. Listen close. The Emperor spoke only in half-truths. For you to know the tale of Orpheus, you must know the tale of Gith and of Vlakith. Long ago, when we rose up against our Geich slavers, Mother Gith made for the Hells to secure an alliance with the Archdevil Tiamat. Tiamat gifted the Githyanki our red dragons. Gith remained in the Hells, and Tiamat's envoy proclaimed Vlakith our ruler. The first Vlakith of many. It is Vlakith 157 whom my people now call Queen. Yes. Our current queen has claimed undeath and reigned for 1,000 years. But it was the first whom Orpheus tried to slay. Orpheus is Gith's renegade spawn. A Geich thrall who would return us to our slavers. He convinced his own mother's honor guard to join a coup against Vlakith I. He would have fed our empire to the Illithids had he succeeded. It was Kithrak Voss himself who slayed the prince in vicious battle. Or so the Varshes teach us. Yet the traitor's with us, controlled by that repugnant Illithid. Should Orpheus go free, he would hand Vlakith's dominion to his Geich masters. The astral plane would be first to fall. The others would soon follow. Orpheus is not Githyanki. He is a Geich puppet cloaked in Githyanki's skin, and the most powerful mind master known to my people. One word from his scheming lips and the people would doubt. 2 words and they would rage. 3 words and they would bow to the false prince. The Githyanki would be slaves once more, and one by one, the plains would fall to the Geich.
Isso, o cara é bom de lábio, hein?
What about him? Chuk. I'm embarrassed you'd fall for such an obvious trick. You probably believe the Illithid's twaddle about Vlaakith usurping Gith's throne as well. The astral prison contains not 1, but 2 atrocities. They will use you and abuse you at every opportunity. There is one truth. Vlaakith's truth. Everything else is apostasy. As loathsome as it is, the Emperor slipped one fact into its slurry of lies. Orpheus can disrupt a Geich hive mind. One talent of many that drove the Illithids to enthrall him. The prince is a powerful shield and a powerful weapon. Vlaakith was no fool. Why destroy a weapon like that, when you can contain it in a relic and keep it for yourself?
Ele é a fonte então do poder da relíquia.
Orpheus is honor guard, loyal to the end, and trapped by Vlaakith in the same prism holding their prince, fruitlessly hacking at the sphere that contains him. So loyal, so beguiled, they were blind to his treason. The honor guard's deaths were inevitable, as is the death of their Geich-enthralled prince. My queen would demand I slay her greatest enemy. I could not be more certain. Vlaakith has a plan, and she knows what part I must play. And she cannot reward me if I hand the Empire to the Illithid thrall called Orpheus. Protocol 301. Neither death nor undeath may be a hindrance to Vlaakith's blessing. Vlaakith will know my unfaltering faith. Neither death nor the Absolute will keep me from accomplishing my duty. Fine with me. It also promises to break us beyond repair. This ossified parasite does not make us more, but less. There will be ice where once there was fire. There will be a void where our souls once resided. I know, and I won't. I'm listening. A pleasure one day. Until then,
So, there's been a mind flayer inside the artifact, or astral prism, the whole time we've had it. Sounds like utter madness, even though I've seen it with my own eyes. The more I learn, the less I understand just why I was sent to retrieve that thing. But it matters little now. I do not serve Shah anymore, nor the Mother Superior. The prism is no longer my mission. Saving my parents is. But I digress. Did you want something? More likely it would just put a stop to us. I wanted nothing to do with those illithid powers before. What makes you think I'd want to jump into an even deeper hole? You know what that offer truly entails, don't you? Become half a mind flayer, lose half of yourself. I don't want that. Fine. What's on your mind? How are you holding up? Don't be...
Don't mind if I do. Well, hello. This way. Oh, hello.
Oh, quite the rug pull, eh? A mind flayer manipulating us this whole time. Such creatures are not to be trusted as a general rule, though this one does appear to have had a significant hand in our survival up to this point. At best, an ally whose motivations remain shrouded in deceit. We should be wary of what such an alliance may cost us. I can only imagine what I could do were I to adopt the biology of a mind flayer. You've not taken this power for yourself, so I can only wonder why offer it to me?
Let's hope for gold. Let's see here.
Something is different about Shadowheart. New facial creases, perhaps. A fresh battle scar I hadn't noticed. Bah, it eludes me. I'm listening. How can I assist?
Love Shadowheart's new look. Softer, less severe. It suits her.
Yeah. Cabelo branco agora.
Be honest. What do you think of the new look? Well, I'm glad someone does. Perhaps I'll get used to it. I have a lot to get used to right now. Fine. What's on your mind? How are you holding up? Don't be...
Eu disse que esse acampamento é grande.
Shadowheart walks a little freer of the shadows. She could shave her skull and paint it purple. It would still suit her.
Não siga o seu curral assim. Ah, onde será que ele tá?
Gods. A mind flayer's been getting their tentacles all over our dreams this whole time. I'm really not sure about putting any trust at all in this thing. It's already shown itself a liar. I've got my eyes on the Emperor, and Karlach doesn't blink. Gods, Shadowheart looks like a stack of gold. Never thought I could get so excited about someone's forehead, but here we are.
I was concerned when I saw Shadowheart creeping about with a blade in the dead of night, but it was just to cut her hair, it seems. It suits her.
There's no more radiant sight than that of someone who's learned to love themselves anew. Shadowed in name, but no longer in spirit. It suits her.
Begone, friend. I have a darling to adore.
Looking forward to a bit of rest, if I'm honest. It's been a long century.
Finalmente terminei o ato 2. Velho, que jogo longo, cara.
We must find where Gortash and Orin have established themselves and take their nether stones.
We should do what we can to find them. What they know could help us. Worm's Crossing. We could be inside the city walls before long. And I could be back where this all started. I hope so. So long as I'm willing to stroll right into the Mother Superior's trap, they have no reason to not tell me where to go. If by warm you perhaps mean a flaming arrow, I doubt they'll attack in public. No, I expect they'll point me in the right direction so I can face my reckoning away from prying eyes. Not quite. Above all else, protecting our base of operations in Baldur's Gate was the reason I had to surrender my memories to begin with. Or at least, that's what I was led to believe. We should look for someone to point me in the right direction. Otherwise, we'll have little recourse but to wander the whole city searching. Worm's Crossing is a choke point. If I wanted to intercept a new arrival, I'd find somewhere before the bridge, blend in amongst the crowds, and wait. Most people seeking entry to the city will be refugees. I'd look wherever they're gathering.
How can I assist? I'm listening.
Civilization beckons at last. It's no water deep, but Baldur's Gate is a respectable runner-up. Or at least a close third.
Let's go. Don't mind if I do.
Excuse me. I can't find my mum. Yenna! And my cat is Grub. He's shy. I'm not. My mum is called Emery. She went to go get some herbs for her spots. She was sick, and she was supposed to come back the same day. That was last 10 day, though. Wow. Thanks. My mum would like this. She's the best cook in the world. And she taught me too. I'll look for her. I think she'll probably come soon. Thanks a lot.
Anything you want for supper. All the treats your tummy can handle.
What do you get out of this?
Watch your back.
Well, it's the right thing to do, isn't it? Everyone deserves the chance to make some coin.
Should arrest you all for gross negligence.
You've been saying that for days. My feet hurt.
I know, little one, but you'll be in a big...
We told our son that this is a holiday to spare him the truth. We don't have homes to go back to.
Do you know where we're going? What kind of inn is it? Will there be feather beds?
Can't talk. I'm sorry. The little one needs all of my attention.
Nearly there now.
Welcome to Rivington. South, Coast Way. North, Worms Crossing.
It's up there and we're down here.
Quero ver meu PC aguentar isso daqui.
You'll be in a big, cozy bed soon enough.
You have
Just be
everything you
quick.
want for supper.
Turn back, citizen. No passage in this direction. It's bloodier than a butcher's backyard out there. Piles of dead absolutists, and a few of our own as well. The cultists assaulted the gate, armed to the teeth trying to break in. They nearly had it too, before the Steel Watch intervened. A little more than that. You'll see for yourself soon enough if you head to the city.
Anything you want for supper. All the
Deve ser aqueles constructos. Nossa.
Tricks.
All right.
anything you want for supper. All the dreams you've done.
Ready or not.
Best keep your hands.
Here we go.
No passage this way, I'm afraid. Turn back. It's for your own good.
I know, little one, but you'll be in a big,
All the dreams.
Don't linger.
If I was a Sharon lookout, this
What in all the hell is going on?
An earthquake, perhaps. Strong enough to rouse the dead, too.
nearly there now.
A criançada tá aqui.
Oh, hi! If you're here to save me again, I don't really need to be saved right now. Good thing, huh? Bye.
You did me a real favor clearing all those ghouls out of Moonrise. That old bonebag Ketherick had some fancy junk stashed behind all the cobwebs and piles of gore. Wish I could tell you. We're stuck out here, but most of the action is beyond Worm's Crossing. Didn't you? Figured we only got the scraps you didn't have the strength to carry. Would I try to fool a sharpie like you? Have a look. Stay away from trapped chests.
Lost in thought.
Pardon if my eyes are all saucer-like. I didn't realize Baldur's Gate was so big. Dangerous? Oh, it's a gold mine. So many pockets to pick. Wait, I know you. You're the reason some of us got... And you're in luck. Because we're having a special sale on some of the choice items I picked up on our way here. Fancy stuff. Wanna see? Would I try to fool a sharpie like you? Have a look.
Itens vão ficando cada vez mais caro.
Stay away from...
Careful, I bite.
Quite ready for you.
Hello again. Looking for something... Would I try to fool a sharpie like you? Have a look. Stay away.
Indolence breeds madness.
gods. Not another protester. Go talk to Nestor if you must. I've got plenty on my plate with these mewling geese.
Young lady, Shadowheart, a word if you...
Please just go home. You're ruining a perfectly uneventful posting with this nonsense.
The Flaming Fists are supposed to protect this good city, but they allow trash and vermin to take our homes and goods. Oh, another visitor, I see. Listen, we keep letting the likes of you in, soon there'll be no room left for any of us true Baldurians. Oh, my apologies. Now I hear you speak, I, of course, realise you're a local. Another bleeding heart. Piss off and take it elsewhere. You and I have nothing more to say to one another. They're beggars and criminals, and we won't have them.
Between you and me, I don't think there are enough flaming fists here for these refugees. Us Baldurians can't feel safe with so many of them roaming about without proper supervision. Let's hope Archduke Gortash can make a difference.
You see them over there? Refugees? Ha! Naught but a cover. I know what they really are. Dyed-in-the-wool agents of the Absolute. Mark my words. There's probably only a handful of rotten apples among them. But you know what they say about rot? It spreads quickly. Ruins the whole bunch.
I'm paid to take down troublemakers, so don't make trouble. Talk to Nestor, would you?
All right. I just lost a wager, thanks to you.
Who are you?
Someone who bet that you'd never be foolish enough to actually show your face in this city again. But here you are. And the gold in my purse is soon to take flight. There have been whispers about you, sister. About your faith, your loyalty, your company. I can't help but feel the strangest twinge of disgust as I look upon you. Is it true? Has Our Lady forsaken you?
I know the truth. I know my parents still live. Tell me where they are, and I have no quarrel with you.
I'm afraid the quarrel is unavoidable, thanks to you. Now I must report your reappearance. If you are intent on bringing matters to a head, then seek out the House of Grief in the lower city. Though, if I was you, I'd be very tempted to just forget it all and disappear. You have some form at doing so, after all.
Are the gods truly this petty?
Any one of them could be a spy for the Absolute.
Back off.
Lord on the rack, give me patience. These protesters keep harassing the refugees. It's horrid. I just hope the Ilmater Temple opens up aid again soon. We need their help here.
Don't pay me any mind now. I'm just trying to make sure everyone gets fed.
I'm paid to take down troublemakers.
I'm busy. Mind your own.
Donations? Do you know advice? The refugees. If you don't have anything to donate, you can get going.
Well, if you must, I suppose it saves me the walk. But if you're gonna do it, hurry up.
Nesta let you in? Good. Means you'll be further away from me.
What are you still flapping your lips at me for? Get on with it.
I'm paid to take down troublemakers, so don't make trouble.
Got ya! Too slow! You're it! Try and catch me!
Coddling these vagabonds and don't give a rat's ass about honest citizens.
Back off and return to your homes. That's an order.
Why don't you protect us instead of these scruffy outlanders?
I say, terribly decent of you to come over and exchange pleasantries. Oh, how kind of you to say. I have been growing my bristles out. It's something of an art, you see. Salutations once more, old stick. Always a treat to have visitors.
You best not piss away Manip Nestor's good graces. I hear Worms Rock Prison is rather cold this time of year.
Christine is pretty full. She held out a bit more.
A trap. So much for the art of hospitality.
Now, mind your... Leave Christine to me.
I hear you've been given permission to be here. Don't disappoint me.
She did it. I mean, Karis was always filthy, like us.
Then I guess he better get well. And soon.
your distance, darling.
Christine is pretty funny.
Who's that rummaging around? You have 2 seconds to explain yourself before you're under arrest. What? Those are children's toys. Which means if a child had picked one up... I don't want to think about it. How do I know you're not the one who planted those explosives? All right, I guess it can't hurt. I'll check up on the rest of the goods. You try and find whoever is responsible for this.
How? I thought this assignment was going to be done. No such luck.
Gods, any one of us could have been blown to smithereens.
Now, mind your tongues. Leave Christine.
Who would do such a thing?
Again. Garen, you know the rules. We cook, your wife cleans it.
Explosives in toys? How despicable. Hope Lord Gortash gets this stuff sorted out. Explosives in toys? How despicable. Hope Lord Gortash gets this stuff sorted out.
Who would do such a thing?
Elvira'nın kırılması bağına.
Got ya! Too slow!
So don't make trouble.
Double the patrols. We're dealing with a maniac here.
Fine. Glad Nestor sorted out those trap toys. Nasty business, that. Glad Nestor sorted out those
I don't need you standing here gawking, thanks.
can't even guard a blasted shed. It's no wonder we're being replaced by steel watchers.
Transport and return to your homes. That's an order.
These clothes make me itch. That's a bigger issue than modesty, dear.
Moving.
Grunge into the city.
Christine didn't clean the cupboard.
Oh, you think
Garrett, you know the room. We cook, your wife cleans.
It's only a couple of pots. I'll do it.
I wish the cook hadn't burnt our farm, though. At least we got the Scotty out that burning barn. Got ya! Too slow!
Not for any reason.
You're no saucer. I've put my money
This
on
isn't the
Christine.
glorious process.
What will we wear?
Heads will roll for this. This transgression. This injustice. Oh, you poor, naive soul. Let me tell you a story. A perfectly respectable businessman wants to bring his, well, business into this fine city. And what do? Well, I was going to sell the finest alchemical tinkerings the gate had ever seen, but the bureaucrats had other ideas. They talked some absolute horse bollocks about papers and correct filing procedures and threw me in this slum. I should be loins deep in Chares's caress by now, not waddling about in filth. Piss off, would you? I've got some papers I have to file to get in. Apparently. Bloody bleeding bureaucrats.
Be brief. We've got to get Grunch into the city, but he's in no shape to travel. I wonder, what if we hit him in a big barrel and nailed it shut? Nah.
That's a bigger issue than modesty, dear.
I don't know. Maybe Greg has some ideas about how we can help Grunch get inside the walls. I can't think straight anymore.
Don't know how we're gonna get Grunch into the city, wounded as he is. But we have to. When Nilos and me were hiding, and hungry, and scared, it was Grunch who got us through. I'm not letting him down now.
Whatever you need, I can't help you. Even talking is painful right now. Some goblin cultists were about to stumble on where those two bright boys were hiding. So I just kind of drew their attention. The bright boys got away, but I took a hit killing those gobos. And it's taken its time healing. Thanks for asking, though.
There's work to do.
Whatever you need, I can't help you. Even talking is painful right now.
After a quick examination, you conclude that your patient is pretending to be wounded. You wonder why.
Really? This isn't necessary. I'm sure there are other people that need your help more urgently. not so loud. If those lads find out I'm faking, they might go off on their own. They're not ready for that. And frankly, I'd miss them. I don't really have any other friends, and I like those lads. So I think I'll stick around a while more.
Oh, it's only a couple of pots. Hold it.
We need to get into the city.
You're not bad.
Can't leave Grunch behind, though. Just can't.
Keep a blade close.
Look out for himself once he's healed.
Then I guess he better get well. And
When Nilos and me were hiding, and hungry, and scared,
I don't know. Maybe.
Or even at all.
Don't worry about my wound. It gives me a reason to keep an eye on those Tangleford bright lads. I like to keep them out of trouble.
Can't stand her, can't stand her, can't stand her! My sister-in-law. All law and no sister.
Let's get into the city.
Pristine, didn't clean, cookware, mama. Again, just can't. Karen, you know the room. We cook,
Keep
your
it
wife
quiet.
My son Garen is pleased we got this far together. But his wife's bitching is making me old before my time. Why can't he tell her to put a sock in it?
Actually got here safely. Towing along my wife's sister and mother. Or maybe they towed me along, eh?
Christine is pretty fun.
Sorry,
She held it.
God, camping with the mother-in-law has been utter hell. Maybe I should just go on ahead into the city without her. Scouting, like.
we should have an exile's...
Sorry to burden you like that before. I should just try to remember the good days before we had to leave Barriskir.
We made it this far, me and my ladies. I wish I could see a way forward from here. Can't stick a mine if you don't know where to stick your pick.
The old crone is watching me like a drunk eyes her bottle. I'll never ditch her at this rate.
You know, Sass, I can't figure out how Garon puts up with her. Maybe she treats him special in the sack. No, Giselle, don't think about it.
Washing my pits, washing my pits. This is the song when up. Aye! Gonna blood not get any bleeding privacy around here. Bunch of perverts, the lot of you. I hate this place. I can't even soap my forearms in peace.
Christine didn't clean the cookware, Mother Mona. Again.
So, you survived. That's more than many of my kin can say. It's mainly anger that keeps me going. Zevlor was supposed to lead us, but he froze when we needed him most. I haven't seen him since the massacre on the road, which is lucky for him. Oh, hello again.
You're no Sass.
It's mainly anger that keeps... I haven't seen him.
What a sad situation.
The once proud tieflings of Elturel. Reduced to beggars. I miss Sevlor.
We made it through hell. Twice. I know now that as long as Danis and I stick together, we can do anything.
We made it alive to Baldur's Gate. Almost, anyway. But I can't complain. When I look at Bex and realize she's safe, it's hard not to weep from joy.
We've lost so many since Elturel.
We should have an exile's feast to commemorate those we lost.
I'll do it.
I'm really worried about Umi.
Wait for something solid.
They got me signed up to learn to make pots, which is dumb. I'd rather learn how to kill cultists. And I bet you'd back me up on that.
Lunch isn't looking so good, Neil.
Oh, you're no sus. I put my money on Christine.
Hail, friend. Fine day, isn't it? Forgive me, you're in no mood to talk about the weather. Your journey here was a hard one, no doubt. Is this your first time in Baldur's Gate? You do? My apologies. It's usually newcomers who seek my aid. Though, with the way the city's been recently, they've been staying away in droves. Used to be you'd arrive knowing you'd a full belly and a warm bed waiting for you. Not anymore. These days, there's barely enough to go around. Add the refugees on top and, well, folk aren't feeling too generous. I've been asking myself the same question. I wouldn't be the first to interfere. Some well-to-dos in the city donated enough to see the newcomers right for the time being. Only they didn't bother helping everyone else. Locals going without while strangers feast. It stoked the fire, all right. Some Baldurians are kicking up a fuss round the front of the barn as we speak. If I wasn't wearing this uniform, I'd walk round there and teach him a lesson he'd never forget. Too bloody right. They've gone soft behind those walls, forgotten what it's like to struggle, living hand to mouth. I say we march round there and slit a few bellies, remind them how much worse things could be. What do you say?
Caralho, quero.
Why does it matter? Innocence makes the blood run clearer.
Meteori.
So, you're the lick-spittle who crushed the Bone Lord's thrall. Have you come begging, sniffing for our stones? Gortash won't like that. A throat his black hand can't choke the spit from. You'll need to bleed and carve this city if you want to turn him to grave meat. He shivers at the thought. When you find the Lordling, tell him Orin is watching.
So, Orin was a shapeshifter, which means we can't trust anyone. Not even each other.
Orin toys with us where she could destroy us. Whatever her motivations, I hope she reveals them quickly.
Glad at least one of
Orin, Skra, burn away the shadows she hides in, tear off her mask, and you'd reveal her for what she is, a shivering child. I'm listening.
Orin's little display was just intended to rattle us. We mustn't let her succeed, but need to stay alert all the same. Then that's where we need to go. My parents are in there somewhere.
What? I'm bushed. I ran for days to get someplace safe, and then found out I'm last in line to get in, because I'm a hobgoblin. As if I could change that. Let me be. It seems my only friend asleep.
Supplies are short. Bite of something solid. Even if we only have tankers of river water to raise, we'll drink to their memory.
Into my pocket.
Tend not to.
They just lined up and taken their fair shares. We'd have had plenty for everyone.
If won't get us fed and watered.
Certainly.
Bora por aqui, pessoal. Muita coisa por ali, tomar um cafezinho. Pois, tô de volta.
Shut it.
Chega,
Scavenge
falou.
whatever you can from this mess. We'll make something out of it.